Let me show you something strange. You're looking at the vibration or wave patterns of a sacred sound originating from just one place on Earth. A sound that has attracted money almost instantly like a magnet attracts iron filings for 11,987 people so far. A sound found inside the deepest caverns of one of the little-known pyramids at Giza in Egypt. A pyramid believed to have been built over 3,500 years ago. That many academics believe is much older than that, going back over 15,000 years. A pyramid that contains hidden secrets mentioned in National Geographic that mainstream research has barely even scratched the surface of. Some say it's the oldest pyramid in Egypt. Just by showing you this sound and its vibration, I'm putting my life at risk. But I don't care. God is on my side. This sacred sound and the vibration it emits from inside the pyramid has been hidden by the Illuminati for at least 2,000 years and passed down through their secret ceremonies and symbols. It's turning the tables on the elites with its ability to manifest near-instant wealth for people who never had money before. It holds the key to you becoming one of those lucky people that money just flows to effortlessly, attracting real spendable cash in the next 48 hours for people who harness the power of this ancient sound. It feels so easy to attract money with this sound. It almost feels illegal, but it's 100% ethical. And it works rapidly for everyone to attract abundance, no matter how many times you may have failed before. Some reports claim this sound has been heard in various Bilderberg secret meetings, where it starts to work from the very first time it's listened to. Where the elites gather behind closed doors and secretly control future events on the planet, the ancient sound is said to attract unlimited wealth to those who know how to harness its secret power, including the power to attract money 30 times faster than the law of attraction or any other manifestation method you may have tried before. In fact, it goes directly against the ideas of these common manifestation methods. Because you don't need to meditate, do mantras, or chant anything, or write things down endlessly. You don't have to work harder, or fake it till you make it. You can attract money quickly and easily without risking a penny of your own money. They say the ancient sound was leaked briefly for 6 hours on TikTok before deep state figures jumped into action and had the sound taken down. But not before it made a handful of people millionaires who never had more than a few $100s to their name before. It was rumored how a handful of elites in the USA put the wheels in motion to get TikTok banned because they were worried this ancient sound might surface there again, on a platform they don't have complete control over yet. The 9,876 people I've shared it with so far are calling it the ultimate cheat code for escaping the matrix. A cheat code for attracting financial freedom at last. A cheat code to get out from under the thump of their slave-driving bosses and companies. A cheat code for never having to worry about providing for your family ever again. And having more free time and everything they ever dreamed of, including a beautiful home, overflowing bank account, luxury cars, and travel to exotic white sandy beaches, first class. Sarah Johnson, a 42-year-old mother of 3 from Houston, Texas, was super skeptical at first. In just weeks, she suddenly attracted her dream home by the sea and a brand new 2025 BMW 5 Series, and manifested so much money afterward that she quit her job. The money she attracted allowed her to retire her husband. They now travel to exotic locations they never thought they'd ever see. She can't believe how easy it all was. You don't have to believe this ancient pyramid sound will even work for you. When it activates the tiny, ancient, dormant part of your brain that's been studied at Harvard and knows how to manifest naturally, you can believe then if you like. Manifestation will happen either way. If you failed with other manifesting methods before, it's not your fault. None of them activated this ancient manifesting part of the brain. One of our neuroscience researchers who worked on the sound said, "This simple sound has and always will have the power to help people manifest their wishes by using its vibration to alter the world around us. You cannot find this sound anywhere else. It's not on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, or anywhere online or offline." Robert from Seattle says he's now living in a penthouse and has started his own online business, which practically works on autopilot for him. It made zero income before. He receives unexpected checks in the mail all the time now. He's traveling more, spending more time with his family, and loving life. His only regret is he wishes he had found this sound sooner. If I hadn't had a chance encounter with someone on the inside with access to this secret sound and its unique vibration, it would still only be available to a few deep state figures today, and I could never have helped people like Robert. Instead, it lifted me out of poverty and despair just when I needed it most. And it can do the same for you. I know this might sound a little hard to believe, but when you join the thousands of people whose lives have been transformed, you might change your mind. Just give me 3 minutes 43 seconds and I'll prove every word I say. And make sure to keep watching. The elites do not like a secret like this getting out there. They have tried to crash the site multiple times. Don't decide not to stick around and find this page gone at a later date, along with your opportunity to transform your life. I also want to share with you the one type of sound on the radio and on social media right now that's acting like kryptonite to your manifesting efforts, blocking what you want and weakening your manifesting power. So you may be wondering, who am I and why you should believe me? Allow me to tell you a quick and super embarrassing story about me. My name is Charles Anderson, and I'm not a manifesting guru. I'm not particularly talented or intelligent. I'm just a regular guy who doesn't recognize his life these days. It's night and day different from the life I used to live. Because while there is a gleaming new Mercedes AMG in the driveway today, a 7-bedroom beachfront home I spend my days in, and more money in my bank account than I can keep up with, and any number of vacations to exotic locations where I travel first class every year and think nothing of spending thousands on meals out and eating delicious food. Not so long ago, I barely had a couple of $100s to my name. I was stuck on the constant hamster wheel of having to make money just to keep my head above water, always chasing money like a dog chases his tail. As soon as I managed to put aside any cash, some unexpected bill would always hit me from left field and drain away anything I managed to save in my bank account. The different ways I tried to get ahead all ended up as dead ends, like failed online businesses and exhausting second jobs. And the law of attraction and manifestation products I bought attracted nothing but more bad luck. I had a job at Microsoft doing sales and was just barely getting by. One day, as I was thinking things cannot get any worse life, guess what? They did. There it was, blinking at me on the blank screen of my work laptop. An email from Microsoft HR. The company was downsizing in my city and my sales position was being terminated. It felt like a punch in the gut. I had till 1 p.m. that afternoon to clear my desk. When 1 p.m. hit, there I was, locked out of my computer and was escorted out onto the street by a burly security guard. Jobless, with just a few $100s to my name. I walked around for a while in a daze and dropped into a few bars, downing some beers and bracing myself for what was to come next, having to face my girlfriend Linda and tell her about my job loss. She had just moved in with me 3 months before. Things had been a little rocky in our relationship with money worries for the last 3 months, and this was the last thing we needed. We had been fighting just 2 days before about money. I was racking my brain, wondering what I was going to tell her. As it turned out, finding the right way to tell her about my job loss was not a problem. I got a text that afternoon before arriving home. "It's not working, Charles. We gave it a try, but I want something better in life. It's over. We will talk at some point in the future, but not now." My head started spinning with the shock. Things were not going very well, but how could this happen on this day of all days? A sick feeling crept over me. I slumped down on the sofa in the empty apartment when I got home and must have laid there all night, because the next thing I knew, it was morning time. They say things happen in threes in life, and little did I know this was the second of 3 events that would transform my life forever. After the job loss and breaking up with Linda, my life was going downhill. I always liked a beer in the evening, but my drinking was getting out of hand. So much so that I didn't realize I was falling so far behind on rent payments. Without warning, an eviction notice dropped on my doormat one morning. I had 4 weeks to pay the back rent or be thrown out on the street. A shiver ran down my spine as I pictured myself as one of those homeless people I'd see in the park every day, fighting for change in a filthy, rundown tent city. Just the thought of it scared the crap out of me, because I was now broke. Not cut back on lattes broke. I'm talking digging for change in couch cushions, avoiding eviction, broke. Bills stacked higher than my fridge broke. Then came the day that changed it all. I saw a flyer for a free networking event on the notice board in the local store. Networking might help me get back into the employment market again, I thought to myself. After all, someone I knew had recommended me for my last job. And there was another draw. I saw it had complimentary refreshments and thought I'd go along. Not because I believed in miracles, but because free snacks are a lifeline when you're eating ramen 4 nights a week. The event was at some no-name hotel downtown. You know the type, bad lighting and a smell of stale ambition. I was standing there, holding a tiny plate of cheese cubes and crackers, trying to look like I belonged. That's when I saw him. He was different. Not the loud fake-it-till-you-make-it type schmoozing the room. No, this guy had an energy about him. Calm, collected, like he'd already cracked the code. Everyone else was pretending to know. He wore an expensive suit, nothing flashy though, but it fit him like he owned the world. I don't know what made me walk up to him. Desperation, maybe. Or curiosity. Either way, I introduced myself. Hey, I'm Charles. Just trying to figure things out. He smiled. A real one, not the polished ones people plaster on to hide their hustle. Caleb, he said, shaking my hand. What's got you stuck? Before I knew it, I was unloading. The money problems. The bad decisions. Getting fired. The breakup with Linda. The crushing weight of feeling like the world was rigged against guys like me. And the whole time, Caleb just listened. No judgment. No pity. Just calm. When I finally shut up, he nodded. You're not alone, Charles. The system is designed to keep you chasing scraps. But what if I told you there's a way out? A real way. I laughed. Let me guess. You've got a program, a course, or a book? Nope, he said, dead serious. But I do have something better. A secret. An ancient secret. Now, I'm a skeptic. Always have been. But something about the way he said it, calm, sure, like he'd lived it, made me lean in. A secret, I said. What kind of secret? One that's been around for thousands of years. A secret as old as the pyramids, he said, lowering his voice like he didn't want anyone else to hear. Now, I'm not saying I believed him, but the way he said it, with that glint in his eye, it was like he knew something the rest of us didn't. And hell, what did I have to lose? My dignity? That ship had sailed. I'll bite, I said. What's the secret? Caleb grinned. It's not something I can just explain in a hotel lobby. But if you're serious, meet me tomorrow. There's a restaurant at this address. Meet me there tomorrow at 8 p.m. Dress your best. I should have walked away. Chalked him up as another guy selling snake oil. But something about him, maybe it was the way he didn't try to convince me, didn't push, stuck in my head. And the next evening, I found myself at that restaurant on a rooftop downtown. The bouncer put his hand on my chest, stopping me from walking in at first. The top floor is for invited guests only, he grunted. When I showed him the card Mike gave me, he smiled and let me pass. The rooftop garden was the fanciest restaurant I'd ever seen. I even spotted a few celebrities here and there. Caleb was already there, nursing a coffee. He slid a small, worn notebook across the table. This, he said, is where it starts. I opened it. Inside were diagrams, notes, and symbols I couldn't make heads or tails of. It looked like Egyptian hieroglyphics. What is this? The blueprint, he said. It's a method, an ancient process for aligning your energy with wealth. It sounds out there, I know. But it works. You just have to trust it. And that's how it began. You remind me of me, Caleb said. You have that same look in your eye I had when I was starting out doing my PhD in archaeology 20 years ago. That hungry look. And not just physical hunger. I'm talking hunger for knowledge. Hunger for a better way in life. I found that better way of life in Egypt of all places. I was sent there by my university when I was an undergrad archaeology student. I was sent to Giza in Egypt, where all the tourists visit the pyramids today. I was sent there to join a research team that was exploring the lesser-known pyramids in the region. I don't know if you know much about the pyramids, but they have long been associated with mysticism and wealth attraction. After all, they were built by the first and original wealth makers, the Pharaoh house. The pyramid, especially the unfinished pyramid with the all-seeing eye on the US dollar bill, is often linked to the Illuminati in popular culture. The pyramid represents structure, hierarchy, and enduring strength, aligning with the alleged goals of the Illuminati, a structured, enduring system of control. The eye atop the pyramid is sometimes interpreted as the all-seeing eye of providence, which many associate with Illuminati control and surveillance. I wasn't a big believer in all this stuff. I was a skeptic, until a few strange things happened at the archaeological site we were digging at. Whereas the other research teams were busy working at the other main pyramids, we were working on this lesser-known pyramid in Giza. And we went there every day in a van with the windows blacked out. I wondered why at first, and then realized it was so none of us would know exactly where we were going. We did not know the exact location of the pyramid we were working on. That was the second odd thing about this research project. Then there was the equipment we were using. I noticed on the first day of the dig we had tons of sound detection equipment. That was strange, but I didn't think too much about it until another strange thing caught my attention. In addition to following the blueprints of what little we knew about the pyramid structure to guide our dig, the team leader was following a plan for the dig laid out in the old book. I wasn't sure what was in the book at first. The team leader kept it close to his person most of the time, guarding it, protecting it. When he wasn't looking one day at lunch, I took a sneak peek. Could it be? It couldn't. What I was looking at was the Book of Thoth, a manuscript thought to be lost in time from centuries ago. What's the Book of Thoth? I asked. Glad you asked. It's key to what I'm going to tell you next. The Book of Thoth is a sacred text attributed to the ultimate god of wisdom and magic, Thoth. Believed by many to be a real man 5,000 years ago in Egypt. The Book of Thoth was said to contain secrets of the universe, powerful magical spells, and the ability to communicate with gods. It was thought to be lost in the Library of Alexandria that was destroyed centuries ago. Thoth was a prominent deity in ancient Egyptian mythology, associated with wisdom, writing, magic, science, and the moon. He was considered a mediator, a scribe of the gods, and a custodian of divine knowledge. He was believed to have vast knowledge of cosmic and natural laws. Many researchers believe Nikola Tesla's ideas on frequency, sound, and vibration came from his Book of the Dead, in which he talked about them in detail, leading Tesla to his theory that said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Thoth was the author of sacred texts, including magical and scientific knowledge. One of Thoth's famous chapters in the Book of Thoth was about what he called the Hall of Records. This Hall of Records was thought to be a secret chamber hidden near the Great Pyramid of Giza. According to these theories, this hall supposedly contains ancient secrets of human history and cosmic knowledge. It became clear to me at that moment that this lost book was guiding us to the Hall of Records. That's the chamber in which we were working. That would account for all the secrecy and the non-disclosure agreements I had to sign before taking on the research project. As we worked and dug in the Hall of Records chamber, I noticed there were more and more men coming in every day and measuring the sound and vibrations in the chamber with special equipment. This made sense to me from some texts I had read on sound and vibration in the pyramids. Sound really is the most powerful force on the planet. Parts of the Book of Thoth I had read spoke of the importance of sound in creation and manifestation. Sound, or Heka, in Egyptian was believed to have magical properties. Thoth, the god of wisdom, was said to use sound to create and organize the cosmos, lending weight to the idea that sound might have been harnessed for monumental tasks. Modern researchers like Dr. E.O. Patrick Flanagan, a proponent of vibrational technologies, suggested that the ancient Egyptians might have used specific sound frequencies to neutralize gravity, making stones weightless or easier to move to make the pyramids. Sound was not just used to move stones, though. This was proof that sound could affect the physical world. The Book of Thoth spoke about how time spent in the chamber of the Book of Records left people feeling happier, more at peace. in a higher vibrational state, and even with the power to accumulate wealth and abundance. It made sense to me because the ancient pharaohs were the original wealth makers, amassing trillion-dollar fortunes in gold by today's standards. Researchers found the chamber we were working in was emitting a unique version of the 422 Hz frequency. This frequency is often associated with harmony, relaxation, and a sense of balance. It is said to align with the natural vibrations of the Earth's Schumann resonance, and sacred geometry. Many researchers claim that listening to music tuned to 432 Hz has calming and healing effects on the mind. People listening to this frequency can start to embody the frequency and positive elements of it. Further research showed how this frequency was affecting the pineal gland of people on the research team. The pyramids everywhere are full of pictures of the pineal gland or third eye. The pineal gland is thought to be the connection between us and the universe. When we looked at research team members back in the lab, they showed marked changes when images were taken of their pineal glands after exposure to the 440 Hz sound in the pyramid. Their pineal glands were clearer, more open, less calcified. Tesla knew the pineal gland was associated with manifestation and inspiration. He's rumored to have said this about the pineal gland. The pineal gland, small as it may be, holds the power to bridge the material and the ethereal, granting us access to the boundless knowledge that vibrates through the universe. René Descartes, the famous philosopher, said the pineal gland is the principal seat of the soul and the place where all thoughts are formed, and where those thoughts connect to the outside world to manifest the reality we experience. Dr. Mauro Zapatera, a Harvard-trained physician, has delved into the scientific exploration of the third eye, proving that it is real and can affect our perception of reality. For centuries, sages have known that the pineal gland is our mind's link to the realm of all possibilities. An open and clear pineal gland makes manifestation 10 times easier. I discovered later on how a small handful of powerful elites had been busy over the centuries, blocking pineal glands of the general public from opening so they would not receive abundance from the universe. Their whole system of staying wealthy depends on other people staying poor. In the last century, the elites decided to put fluoride in the water, which has been shown to contribute to calcification of the pineal gland over time. In this century, 5G technology has been suggested by some researchers to block the pineal gland. So no matter how much you try to manifest, you end up coming up short. It's why millions bought The Secret, but only a handful of people managed to attract any money. And something else strange happened to our research team. Members of the research team started to experience strange, lucky, fortunate events. One team member got a call saying he had been left money by an uncle he barely knew. Another got a call saying a lottery syndicate he was part of back home had won money. More and more stories like this came flooding in. All thanks to this sound we had discovered in the pyramid chamber we were researching. And then out of the blue, one day, we were told to stop our research, hand over our findings and go home. Everything ground to an immediate halt. We were told to sign a bunch more NDA or non-disclosure agreements. In a flash, we were shut down. I couldn't believe it. The whole thing smelt of a cover-up to me. I was boiling mad. And in a moment of what seemed like madness at the time, I took a recording of the sound we had researched in the pyramid chamber. When I got back to the USA, I listened to this sound most days. It made me feel super relaxed. Like I was slipping into a warm bath every time I listened. And it seemed like anything I touched after then seemed to turn to gold. A small company I started took off like a rocket and was listed on the NASDAQ in just 6 months, making me millions. Yet I knew nothing really about business. Another small company I invested in did the same. Money came from the most unexpected places. After attracting the most amazing life I could ever dream of from nothing, I wanted to share what I had learned with other people, despite the agreements I had signed. Despite their threats, I just could not keep this to myself. Now I go to various places looking for people who need this sound. I felt guided to talk to certain people, and they feel guided to talk to me. Like I said to you when we first met, it's no accident that we connected. Mike then slid what looked like a USB key across the table. There's a sound on this USB key. Listen to this sound daily, and it will transform your life. I wasn't sure what to think at that moment. but I thanked Mike for his help and went on my way. I went home that night and listened to the sound Caleb gave me till I drifted off to sleep. I had not slept well in a few months, and I've got to say this sound really did help. I drifted off into the deepest sleep I had in a long time. I spent the next morning wondering what kind of abundance would come my way. The opposite of what I wanted happened, though. A final demand notice came through on overdue rent. I was going to be thrown out on the street in a week. This was certainly not what I wanted to manifest. I kept listening to the sound, though, as opposed to panicking, and something else happened. I had always dreamed about becoming a freelance writer and making money on my own terms. I did some of it part-time, but only made a few dollars here and there. Out of nowhere that week, though, an email came with ghostwriting gig for a self-help book. The advance was $9,000, way more than I ever imagined possible, while I was listening to the sound Caleb gave me a few days before. The idea, the dream of attracting money from a writing gig, came into my mind, and now, here it was manifesting for me. And guess what? When that gig was finished, I manifested another payment just like it. It was so exciting. And I had enough money to prepay the rent for the next 6 months. My luck did not end there, though. A client whom I became friends with asked me if I would ghostwrite his book for free, but take royalties as a percentage. Long story short, the decision led to my first 6-figure paycheck. A short time later, I repeated the process with another client. It was effortlessly. Like these jobs were just landing on my lap, almost like magic. It felt like I was living in some kind of dream world. A tip I got from a stranger on a train ride about an obscure crypto coin that confirmed my belief my pineal gland was clear at last, and the universe was sending me messages I was not open to hearing before. I put a few $1,000s in and thought no more about it. Until that is, I got a message alert from the trading site informing me how my strange little crypto coin had 1,000x'd in value. It was the biggest windfall of my life. A short time after that, I was able to move out of my apartment and into my dream home. It's right on the beachfront and gets amazing weather all year round. I also manifested a wonderful new woman, and we have a deep connection I never imagined possible. It was obvious to me that the sound from the pyramid was working, clearing my pineal gland and helping me to connect with the universe and manifest the abundance I needed from it with the vibration I was putting out there. I wanted to share the sound with other people. I got a friend of mine who had worked with some big bands and artists in our state to tidy up the sound recording and make copies I could share with other people. He worked on the soundtrack for a week, and then we met and he played it for me. It sounded exactly like what Mike had given me, just more clear and pristine than before. I started sharing it with a number of friends of mine. Many of them hit play and felt better than they ever remembered. They felt relaxed, like they were in a sound bath meditation. And they reported feeling positive and super hopeful about their lives for the first time in years. Many reported depression and anxiety issues they had melting away. My friend Linda said, "I was super skeptical about a simple sound having any real effect on my life. I was working as a paramedic, which was a super stressful job at the time. The money was also a struggle to live on. After 1 week of listening to the sound, though, I felt more calm and collected than ever before. And that's really saying something in this job." Shortly after that, I had 2 checks arrive in the mail completely out of the blue. And money continues to come in from the most unexpected places. I shared it with my friend Steve, who worked in construction for 15 years. No one was more skeptical than Steve when it comes to things like this. He said, "Sounds from pyramids? Ye right. How is that going to improve my life?" He found out shortly after. He won the biggest construction project of his life and made more money in 6 months than he ever thought possible. I have a cousin, Sarah, who never made more than a few dollars in her online Etsy business. After 1 week of seeing the orders come rushing in faster than she could cope, she now has a waiting list of clients looking for her pottery. She didn't change a thing about the site or her marketing. All she did was listen to the sound we gave her. After more and more stories came flooding in like this, I knew I had to get it out there to more people. It would be wrong to keep it to myself. It could really shake things up and do so much good in people's lives. We called it Pyramid Wealth Frequency, the ultimate wealth sound frequency for opening your pineal gland to attract money, wealth, and abundance on autopilot. Here's how it works. It's a simple 3-step process. Step number 1. Wake up in the morning and listen to the pyramid wealth frequency for 7 minutes. You can think about what you want to attract in this period, but you don't have to concentrate or meditate or anything like that. Step 2. Feel the relaxation and peace this sound will help wash over you. Step number 3. Just go about your day. In the background of your life, what you want to manifest will start appearing. People have reported cash windfalls from nowhere. Obscure investments taking off like rockets. Promotions, job offers, and new businesses becoming successful that were dead in the water before. People just attract money non-stop. Lucky events, opportunities, and windfalls just seem to seek them out. You'll feel the effects within minutes of listening to the sound. We've been flooded with stories of people whose lives have been transformed after using the pyramid wealth frequency. Like Emma Brown from Columbus, Ohio says, "I never believed how listening to just one sound could change my life so dramatically. I've manifested enough money to quit my job in the local warehouse as a supervisor. And thank God I did, because the long hours were killing me. I let my husband have a listen, and he ended up getting the biggest bonus check at work ever." Linda Jones from Phoenix, Arizona says, "The pyramid wealth frequency fills me with excitement. I know it's changing my life and my children's lives already. I already had more money in my bank account at the end of last month. Thank you for everything you do, Charles." Mike Davis from Toronto, Canada says, "I was a massive skeptic when it came to this manifesting stuff. I had a drinking problem for years, and the doctor told me I could not go on like this. My job at Walmart was barely paying the bills. The pyramid wealth frequency seemed really out there and wacky to me, but I saw the success stories and thought, why not give it a try? I had this number in my head that I wanted to manifest 100K. I kept listening to the music and thinking about the number over and over again. Nothing happened at first, but when a new idea for a business flashed into my head from nowhere, I started this online business. When I looked at my checking account 2 weeks ago, I could not believe it. I had tears in my eyes. There was almost the exact amount in there I had been thinking about. $99,786. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for this, Charles. I don't know where I would be without you." So, you might be wondering right now, how much is the pyramid wealth frequency worth? Let me say first of all, this is not about the money for me. I have more coming in there than I can spend, I do. However, have staff to pay who are there to answer any questions you have at any time, and a site to keep up and running. People have told me to charge $4,000 for this. They said it's worth at least that much. And they got back 10 times that and more from using it in the first 6 months. I know if you're watching this right now, that money is probably tight for you though. That you are nowhere near attracting the kind of income you could be into your life yet. So that's why you don't have to invest $4,000 today, or even half of that, or half of that again. Nothing close to that. Nothing close to that. Just $47 gives you immediate access to the pyramid wealth frequency today. You can download it immediately. As you've come this far with me today, though, it tells me something important about you. I know you are smart, and I know you are serious about having a better life. I respect that, so I want to give you a special $10 discount for coming this far with me today. So you can access the pyramid wealth frequency today for just $37. And rest assured, your investment here today is 100% risk-free. Here's how that works. Click the order button below now and get instant access to the pyramid wealth frequency. Listen for the next 90 days, and if for any reason or no reason you're not completely blown away by all the good fortune and abundance showing up in your life, just send me a quick email for a quick no questions asked refund. Plus, you get to keep all the products and bonuses, so you have nothing to lose here and everything to gain. Hit the order button below this video right now, get instant access to the pyramid wealth frequency, and say goodbye to money worries for good. Do it right now and get these bonuses as my gift to you today. Your first fast action bonus is Third Eye Activation Affirmations and Scripts. These specially designed scripts will help you supercharge your intuition with high-frequency affirmations. As you attract more wealth, you will need heightened intuition more than ever to deal with new people and opportunities in your life. This collection of potent affirmations and scripts will open up the intuitive powers you need and program your mind for success. Your second fast action bonus is subliminal wealth codes. These subliminal wealth code sounds work beneath the level of the conscious mind to rewire your subconscious for abundance. These frequency-infused subliminal audios work while you sleep to install powerful wealth and success beliefs. Sleep is the best time to rewire the mind for success and rid yourself of limiting beliefs as your mind is open to change in the sleeping theta brainwave state. You will also get a chakra balancing and energy clearing session. This specialist healing sound session will clear energetic blockages and awaken your full potential. Your chakras are your energy centers and contain your hidden potential, energy, and joy. This step-by-step session will balance your chakras and enhance manifestation. These bonuses have a combined value of $497. They are yours for free today when you access the Pyramid Wealth Frequency. Just click the Instant Access button below right now and get access to the Pyramid Wealth Frequency today, along with all these bonuses. Right now, you're at a crossroads with two options. Option number 1, do nothing. Close down this page and forget you ever saw it or heard this life-transforming message. But why would you do that knowing what you know right now? Why would you want to make your life harder instead of easier? Poorer instead of richer? Don't do that to yourself. Ask yourself, if you do nothing here today, where will you be in 6 weeks or 6 months from now? You know where, right? In the same place you are right now. If that's struggling with money worries, nothing is going to change. Things will probably get worse. Don't do that to yourself. The second option is a no-brainer here. Hit the Order Now button below and claim your Pyramid Wealth Frequency along with all 3 bonuses today, and choose a better life where your money worries are a distant memory, where you never have to worry about how you'll support yourself ever again, where you're free to spend your day doing what you like, where you can always provide for your kids and family and treat them to an amazing life. Choose to get instant access today to Pyramid Wealth Frequency and watch in a month or 2 from now when you wake up to what I like to call that golden moment. That's the moment when you wake up and realize your money worries are in the rear view. You are no longer worried about how you're going to pay the bills or unexpected expenses. Your friends, family, or neighbors look on with envy and wonder how you have so much more money, vacations, and free time. You might even decide to share your secret with some of them. While other people are stuck in gridlock traffic every day or working for a boss they can't stand, you will have been living life on your own schedule. Spending time with family, planning your next vacation. What would it be like to say goodbye to your current job and live the life you want for the rest of your life? What would it be like to own that beautiful, luxurious car you always wanted? What about if instead of stumbling out of bed and pushing yourself to meet the day, you sprung out, eager and excitement for what the day's adventures will bring you? Wouldn't it be great to have that excitement back again? Wouldn't that be a wonderful way to live? What about if you never had to worry about any bill ever again? And I mean, no rates, no loan repayments, no phone bills, no electricity bills, no credit card bills, no nothing, forever. Hit the Order Now button below this video right now. Get instant access to Pyramid Wealth Frequency and find out today. You risk nothing here. If, in the unlikely event you don't like it for any reason or no reason, you get a prompt refund and we part as friends. I can't say any fairer than that. Hit the Order Now button below this video and get instant access and say goodbye to your money worries for good. Susan from Denver says, I thank God every day the Pyramid Wealth Frequency came into my life. I was working full-time as a nurse and still barely had enough to pay bills. That's all in the past now, though. I manifested enough money from a business idea that just came to me one day to never to have work again. I still work part-time because I love helping my patients, though. But I do it for love now, not money. Not because I have to. I'm not special. Not even that clever. The frequency made it all possible. I know it will do the same for anyone. Thank you, Charles. Jessica from Boston says, 13 years had passed since I last shed a tear, the day I lost my mother. I've never been the type to cry easily, yet the moment I experienced your Pyramid Wealth Frequency, something inside me cracked wide open. It wasn't just tears, it was an overwhelming surge of emotion. I could physically sense the energy rewiring my thoughts, triggering a profound shift, like a mental awakening. In the following weeks, my life took an unexpected turn. My earnings as a real estate agent skyrocketed to 5 times what I was used to, and doors I never imagined possible started opening effortlessly. There are no words to truly capture the impact of this frequency. It's pure transformation. Charles, I am forever grateful. You have changed my life in ways I never thought possible. Bless you. Imagine a life where you are completely at ease, surrounded by luxury and security in your private sanctuary. Picture yourself taking your ultimate dream vacation, whisking your loved ones away on an adventure you'll cherish forever. The discomforts that once weighed you down have vanished, replaced by a newfound energy and enthusiasm for life. Your once distant relationship now thrives, reigniting passion and deep connection like never before. You move through life with an unshakable confidence, guided by an unseen force that helps you overcome obstacles with ease, paving the way for a future brighter than you ever imagined. The people around you can't help but notice your transformation. They're eager to understand how you now have the freedom to wander the romantic streets of Paris. Soak in the breathtaking views of Bali, or take the driver's seat of your dream car, going wherever your heart desires. While others remain trapped in the cycle of stress and endless responsibilities, you found a way to break free. And the best part? It only takes 7 minutes. Simply relax, listen, and allow abundance to flow effortlessly into your life with the Pyramid Wealth Frequency. This is the life you were destined for. Don't let this moment slip away. Hit the Order Now button below this video and get instant access button right now. Still here? Perhaps you have some questions. Here are some of the more common ones we get. What is the Pyramid Wealth Frequency? The Pyramid Wealth Frequency is an ancient sound from a little-known pyramid outside Giza. The sound has proven itself to have the power to clear the pineal gland to allow your mind to connect with the universe so your thoughts can manifest the reality you want in life. Just like the pyramids were built partly using the vibration a certain frequency produced, your new vibration from your pineal gland will open up doors to abundance you never thought possible. Do you offer a money-back guarantee? Yes is the answer here. You have a 60-day ironclad money-back guarantee here. If you don't manifest what you want or you are unhappy for any reason or no reason at all, simply shoot me an email to receive a full money-back guarantee. How often should I listen to the Pyramid Wealth Frequency? Once per day is fine. That is enough to get the frequency working to make positive changes in your life. The time of day you listen does not matter either, and if you miss a day, it's fine. Just pick up where you left off. 3 times a week is the minimum we've seen people get results with. Other people ask, do I have to believe in this for it to work? The answer there is no. You do not have to believe in this for it to work. You are dealing with a powerful ancient manifestation tool that works for anyone who uses it. We also get the question, I've used other manifestation methods before. How do I know this will work for me? Other methods you have tried before, like the law of attraction or affirmations, don't open your mind and your third eye like the Pyramid Wealth Frequency does. This is why over 9,987 people so far have had such amazing results. Their minds are finally clear to manifest what they desire from the universe. How do I know my payment details are safe and secure? That's an easy one. We use the same security software as Amazon. It's military-grade security software, so we never get access to your card details at any time. Your payment details are secure and safe. All that's left to do now is to join the Pyramid Wealth Frequency family and transform your financial future before this window of opportunity closes for good. Hit the Order Now button below this video right now, and I will see you on the other side.